Hello!
Hello.
Welcome to Jam and Jabber.
This is Steph.
This is Ken.
And we've got a very special Kirby stream for you all today.
We're going to Dreamland, everybody.
Yay! This is the year of video games.
Oh, heck yeah.
2023, I know. Oh, we've got Chance already in the
Hello.
chat. Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for joining us. This is the year where we do all of our favorite video games and then some.
Yeah.
And kind of hyper-focus on a lot of other video games. Kirby. Kirby,
Yeah.
everybody loves him. Everybody knows a good, round, pink friend named Kirby. He's gone on many different adventures throughout video game history, and Nintendo still has lots of cool video games. So much merch. Oh my god, all the merch.
Yes, Steph, Kirby was one of your favorites growing up, right?
Yep, it's one of the first games. It's actually the first game, so us elder millennials, we all have that experience where you're playing your NES and one of your siblings, or you or one of your siblings, beats a video game. And holy shit, because video games were hard back then.
Oh god, yes.
There were no save states.
No.
There were no auto saves.
Yeah.
There was no saving.
Like,
We're lucky if you got a code where you could go back to where you left off.
Mega Man was really good that it'd give you codes to like reload your game, essentially like reload a progress point, but those were few and far between as my experience was.
Yeah. That was the first game that my younger sister, she beat it, and is Kirby's Dreamland on the NES, and we fucking lost our shit. I remember us screaming, and just losing our fucking minds for when we first beat that. And it's been just a fun, like, oh my god. Okay, so I'm gonna talk a lot about Kirby tonight, but we've got a list of 20, like always, of different characters we wanted to turn into Kirby powers. Because the idea of Kirby is that he just noms you, just eats you right up, poops you out, and steals your powers,
commits identity fraud. Yeah,
absolutely, but in a cute way.
Yes, very cute identity theft.
That's Super Smash Brothers showed that Kirby can do a lot more than just in the Kirby games of ice powers, fire powers, electricity. He can become a little Link. He can become a little Seamus.
He can be a little Sonic.
He can be a little Pikachu. He can be anything he wants to be. So today we are expanding upon the Kirby lore with 20 new entries into the Kirby fandom. So we got our list of 20. Our first number is, without further ado, unless there's anything else you want to add.
You know what? I think that's a solid start.
Let's get into number 7.
Number 7. Oh, this is already starting off real strong. It's Frank Castle, the Punisher.
I'm really excited to see what you do.
I'm very excited for this too.
So we got Chance in the comments saying, I don't know much about the games, but I love all the memes. The thing is about Kirby, which is so great, is you don't need to know anything. My all-time favorite Kirby game is Kirby's the Yarn game.
Yeah, Kirby's Epic Yarn.
Kirby's Epic Yarn, which is for the Wii. But I think they might have ported it to the Switch. If not, they fucking should, because I want to play it again.
Nintendo is notorious for not, like, re-releasing their games and then getting mad that people are pirating them.
Yeah. They're like, well, if you just re-released it to the other system, we would play it.
No, only profits.
No, we're not gonna fucking deal with our fucking Wii's, like, jeez. So, but Kirby's Epic Yarn, oh my god, it was just so soft, and it was so cute, and it was really clever with the whole yarn mechanic. As someone who is an avid knitter, I started knitting when I was like 10 years old. My grandma taught me how. I still knit a lot to this day. It's been something that I've always done. It was fucking so cute. So cute. And all the other characters. And every entry to the Kirby game, I have absolutely adored. I haven't been as good about playing all of the Kirby games, because, believe it or not, there are a shit ton of them.
Oh, yeah, there are.
But the original NES Kirby's Dream Land, I mean, it's soft, and it's cute, and it's adorable. And when you beat, like, the bosses, they just cry. They're like, oh, I'm sorry for being a jerk. And you're like, yeah, stop being a jerk. And they're like, okay, Kirby, I'll stop being a jerk. And then it's so wholesome, and so soft, and so pink, and so cute.
Yeah.
But, like, the end, holy fucking shit. The original, like, it's one of the easier games to beat.
Don't you, like, kill God or something like that?
Kind of. It's like the sun.
Oh my god, yeah.
So, but it's like an evil entity that's, like, taken over the sun. And so, like, you defeat him, and then suddenly there's light being brought back to the Sorry, you just moved your hands.
You saw where I was going with this?
This is really good. But yes, so the idea again, Kirby eats different enemies and obtains different powers, which gives him different abilities, and it's just really cute. You have the Mega Tomato, you've got Candy that makes him hyper, which is kind of like the Superstar version.
Yeah.
And has the music. Oh, we're just listening to some music. It's like the music for being hyper is like
Gotta get hyped up for the stream.
We did eat candy. We are caffeinated. We are ready. Let's heck and go!
We made sure to get like some sugary muffins in us for breakfast this morning.
Yes.
So we are hyped up on sugar.
Beatrice, our sweet little girl cat, wanted to do some breakfast for Cat Dad Day.
She made muffins for us.
She made some muffins, and then tomorrow she's making some biscuits. Biscuits and gravy
for
Kenji.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And she has asked me for some a little bit of help, so I'm going to give her a little help. But it's all 100% her. She's making biscuits for her Cat Dad.
Because kitties know what to do.
We got Chance saying, this is the form of Kirby that takes to kill God. Tomorrow is Cat Dad Day, or Father's Day, depending on what type of specimen that you are a father to.
Mm-hmm.
We are very proud child-free millennials, because who can fucking afford kids in this economy?
No,
That's not true. There's a lot of people who can,
absolutely.
and I joke. I know, like, some very dear friends of ours worked really hard to conceive, and we're so super proud of them.
Yeah,
Shout out to our dear
excited.
friends, Cats and John, and John, and Cats and Johns, and Cats and John.
You know, John is a musician. He could turn that into like an actual song.
Cats and John, and Cats and John, and Cats and John.
That's not like a challenge or anything, but if you were to do that, John, that would be amazing.
If they are listening right now,
Yes.
you know, sometimes they come on a little bit later, and it would be hilarious if they missed the part where we turn their. Maybe we'll say it again. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We got plans, is all we're saying.
Yes. Chance says, tomorrow for us, it's Sunday, because Dad doesn't want to do anything, though I might let him pick the movie again. What the fuck when it comes to weekends? I've been finding a lot more Saturdays are like my chill. Like, people say Sundays are your day just to stay at home and, like, you know, the lazy Sunday, but I've been finding it's been more Saturday. Or maybe just because I'm older, I'm just like, I don't want to go and do anything. I just want to stay at home and hang out with my man and my cat. Like, that's
valid.
That is what because I do work some Sundays. So, because I work some Sundays, it is not that 100% rest a day that a lot of people do. Chance says, when you're unemployed, every day is your day off.
I mean, valid.
Yeah. I love that you got the Punisher, like the skull on the tummy as well, and those cloggy, stompy boots.
The waffle stompers.
The waffle stompers. Those are words. Yes, our dear friends worked really hard to conceive, and we are absolutely rooting for them. We're super excited for them. It is just not for me. It is just not for me. So we have a fur baby named Beatrice. We've shown on stream the one time we had a webcam. And some people have heard her on stream too. She is currently resting in her box after making muffins all this morning. She got to rest some little beans to be ready for tomorrow. making biscuits, you know. Oh, I love that you're making them pink. Yes.
There's got to be a better way for me to do this. Hang on. I think I have an auto action.
I love just like how he's like bubblegum cotton candy pink.
Oh yeah,
Just Kirby is just the best shape, just the best little friend. Again, in Kirby's Dream Land, the original game, like the last boss is so fucking epic. Like, you're just flying through the air, you've got unlimited weapons from this magic wand that's a little star. It's fucking adorable, and it's got some cool characters, you know. They've got the penguin, who's, I'm forgetting his name.
King Dedede.
King Dedede. I'm honestly a really big Kirby fan. I'm actually really terrible with names. Do you remember the knights?
Meta Knight.
Meta Knight, yeah. He's cool. Like, I love all of them. I love all the characters. Yeah. The, I love this.
This is art.
This is art.
I'm very proud of this.
Chan says, I feel like this is also Ken's form when he's fighting toxic masculinity. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! It's a heart from me right there. That's hearts. Ah! Oh my gosh. Okay. And I did remember to put everything on the chat. Oh, we got some more hearts flying. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, yeah, I want to play the newest one that just came out. One of our favorite shops that we really like going to just posted some stuff. I want to get out there tomorrow.
Oh, heck yeah.
Because I want some Kirby merch.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because I fucking love me some good Kirby. I actually have this Chef Kirby that I have put over my stove in every place that I've lived since I've moved out from my parents' house. It's been one that I've had with me for a long time. And he's just a little Kirby with a chef's hat and a fry pan, and he's on my stove. And every time I cook, he's helping me cook. I love a good Kirby. How much do you want to color this? Or
I just want to get in the eyes really quick.
Okay.
And then I'll probably call it good, because I don't feel like doing all the moody lighting for Punisher and yeah.
Honestly, oh my god, if this is fully rendered with a moody light, that would be so fucking funny.
That would be funny.
That would be a good fully rendered. If you were to go back and do one as a fully rendered image, this one. Or just like this on the back of somebody's giant ass truck.
Oh my god, I would love that.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be really funny.
And instead of like balls that are hanging from the back of the truck, it's like fallopian tubes.
Oh my god! Oh, that's beautiful.
I love it.
Oh my god! Okay.
And it just says "Bussy" right on the front.
Oh my god!
The Bussy wagon.
Oh, no.
Okay, if you see a Bussy wagon you're driving around, you'll know that I won the lottery.
That'd be amazing. If you win the lottery, I will turn this into a sticker for your Bussy wagon.
Yes, from a Bussy wagon.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's outstanding.
Yes, Chance, feel free to steal all these ideas. Anybody, if you have a truck, if you want to turn it into the Bussy wagon.
We're not claiming ownership of the Bussy wagon.
Yeah.
All right.
It's definitely not from a popular movie from He Who Shall Not Be Named.
All right. So Steph has indicated that the next one is number 1, which is the God of War himself. It's a Kratos.
I think I said this last stream or another stream before.
You've definitely said it in the past.
That if there is one video game character that I absolutely fucking hate, if there's one character of all time that I hate, it's fucking Kratos. I love that you chose the Viking version of him. This is like where he's a dad and his son's Loki. Spoilers.
What?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah, his son's Loki. But all like the worst fucking ways. The only good thing that came out of that game was actually historically accurate Thor. People like to call him Fat Thor, but he's not. He's actually a strongman Thor.
Yeah.
And strongmen have
barrel-chested,
they're barrel-chested. They're large men to be able to, and people who also compete in that too. It's not just, I know it's called the large man, or what is it, like
strongman?
The strongman competition.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of other people of many different genders who also compete in that as well. It's just called a strongman. But there's lots of people, like, they, in order to be able to lift as much as they do, they need to be, like, people who are AFAB are, like, again, they have that barrel chest.
Mm-hmm.
They have that big physique. And so Thor, being the strong guy that he is, and that's the only thing that sorry, Ken just moved his hands and then I got to see. Oh, John, hey, who wants to ride the Easter Bunny, or Easter Bussy? We were, I don't know if you heard us earlier, we got some new music in works for you.
Yeah.
It's Kets and Jonna, Kets and Jonna, Kets and Jonna, Kets and Jonna.
The next hot rave scene music.
Doodle-doo, doodle-doo, doodle-doo. We got Chance saying, anytime Kratos is mentioned, you go off like on a nerd rant. Yes, I do, because
you know, the funniest thing about Kratos, though, like, currently, the voice actor who voices Kratos is his name is Christopher Judge, and he is of the Stargate SG-1 fame. He played a character named Teal'c, who is an alien dude who joined the team.
Okay.
He is a big black man, and I adore that, like, all these, like, there's so many, like, not everyone, obviously, I'm not trying to put everyone into a box here, but, like, a lot of fans of God of War have, like, are
losing their minds.
Lose their mind over shit like that. And I love that, like, they just try not to think about it, because then if their God of War guy is black, then what do they do? What do they do with all their anger?
And they say that a lot of times toxic fans ruin fandoms. But there are some where the characters are just terrible anyways.
Yeah.
It's God, I fucking, like, we were talking about this earlier, like, how hard is it for these writers and creators to use fucking Google?
Right.
How hard is it to use fucking Google? Greek mythology is like, if you don't remember shit from back in high school when you learned about it, fucking Wikipedia, man. It ain't fucking hard to learn fucking basics of mythology. Because what they fucking did with it is,
I think...
And the secret scene where you can have sex with Aphrodite, it was awful. It was absolutely awful.
I'm aware of, like that they had, like, sex mini games in these. Like, they never really showed. They always panned off camera for it, but
everything else
bullshit.
is there. It's like one step away from softcore porn.
Yeah, for sure.
One step away. And just barely.
I just want to circle back and kind of finish a point there too. Just what I think is so funny about, like, all the fans who try not to think about Kratos' voice actor. Like, they're the same tools who, like, freaked the fuck out when this, like, podcast had cast a black man to voice Batman. And like, it's the same people, and it's friggin' hilarious to me that they are just such creeps.
Ken, this is really good.
Well, thank you.
Like, I can maybe forgive it being a God of War because it's a Kirby, and I love a Kirby.
Curb of War.
We got a chance. Excuse me, John saying I'll have to sample that. And Kets and Jonna, Kets and Jonna, Kets and Jonna, Kets and Jonna.
Heck yeah.
I was trying to talk about how awesome y'all are, and I was trying to say Cat and John, and it came out Cats and John. And I was like, Kets and Jonna, Kets and John. Yeah. And then I found $5.
Hey, there you go.
We got a chance saying, oh my god, I love Teal'c. Isn't he the guy with, like, the kind of the...
He had the gold thing on his head, yeah.
On his forehead? Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I never watched the show. I tried to get into it.
I watched the shit out of it.
It was like, okay, I watched the first episode. okay, I'll watch another episode later, and then I just never got back into it.
Yeah.
But it's definitely on my to-watch list. I enjoyed the movie.
It had
definitely...
MacGyver in it.
Wow. Wow, I'm like forgetting the MacGyver theme in this moment.
Oh, God, I don't remember either, to be honest.
Wow. We're listening to everything else beforehand.
Yeah, right.
Especially like the Jurassic Park theme, but
the YTMD version, yeah.
Holy fucking shit, it's a dinosaur. Holy shit, what the fuck? Oh my fucking God,
Steph,
it's a dinosaur.
You are aging us so strong right
what
now,
the fuck?
letting everybody know that we are old enough to remember YTMD.
I spent an entire fucking summer on YTMNT. It was the proto memes in the land before memes.
That was where early internet we went to get our memes.
We got Curb Toast is another Ken fighting toxic masculinity. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You're gonna find a lot of those in here.
Yeah. My biggest grief is just they took no time to even be like nice about mythology. They took no time to even take 2 seconds for a game that's supposed to be inspired heavily off of mythology. They were just like, we're just gonna take these names and then we're just gonna be total fucking dickbags about it and just like be really toxic and awful about it. And hi Car.
That's a great thing about apartment living.
Yes. Everyone fucking went super batshit crazy for God of War Norse edition that they made a second game, and it was confusing because I was like, didn't they already make this game? Doesn't this look exactly like the same game to you?
They did a sequel.
And then I'm like, they did a
Because
sequel.
money.
And the quest for more money.
God, yeah, that becomes truer and truer every year.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Yeah, we'll leave this Kirby a little more pale. It's because Kratos is pale. He gets a little pale himself.
Yeah. He's that cracker boy.
Oh, jeez.
This is great though.
This is art.
This is art. Yeah, I love the blush cheeks.
They're
That's
very
how you know
important.
It's a good curve. It's a good curve.
It's true.
Do you remember the one that was special? That the number
I do remember which one was special.
that when Kat and John were watching that we were going to play this one.
We chose this one especially for you. We decided we're going to merge Kirby with. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Crap.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
We'll do that one next.
It was the next in line. I clicked the wrong one. It is the peach emoji.
The peach emoji.
We're gonna merge Kirby with the peach emoji.
Yay!
Yeah.
This is not in any way inspired by a lovely gift that was given to us.
No, not at all.
By Kat and John. And Ketsa and John and Ketsa and John and Ketsa and John.
We just gave you your theme music for like walking out into the arena if you ever become pro wrestlers.
You know, if there was one regret I have in life. Okay, it's a story time.
God.
I was sharing some of my experiences this year about the challenges and the whole process of getting my tubes tied. That is much easier for me because I'm almost 40. There we are, aging ourselves again.
Yeah.
We're almost 40. Both Ken and I were born the same year, 85.
Woo!
And so that was definitely made the process easier than for people who are younger. I found out that wow, you're just knocking this one straight out of the park.
I'm going for it.
Yeah, you know, like you had the vision, you had the image.
I'm going ham on this.
I think we could make that peach emoji a little bit rounder. What about you?
You want to make it rounder? I
think we can go full thick Pikachu on this one.
I think this is. I don't know. This is getting pretty thick.
Okay. All right.
Mostly just trying to get like the general shape out with the sketch layer.
I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you. Your decision. You know, you're the guy with the stylus.
I mean, maybe we do like multiple views, like different perspectives.
Okay. It's up to you. It's up to you.
For thick Kirby.
Thick Kirby. Okay, that's good. The shit. What story was I telling?
Oh, the WWE theme music?
Oh, right. So I was sharing some stories about how, like, my whole process. And, you know, just talking how, you know, I wish to be child-free. I don't want to have kids. And then another friend of mine who's got some spicy opinions about being, having children and thinks that, most people should have children. And she was trying to say in a diplomatic way about, like, well, do I think you're missing out in a great experience in life? Yes. And kind of more of just, like, you'll regret your decision. What was the gist of what she was trying to say. She tried to say it in the most diplomatic way possible, but, like, okay, well, that's your decision, but I think you're going to regret it. And I was like, you know, the thing is that I don't think, like, you could say that about anything.
Yeah.
Like, it's somebody who's into pro wrestling. Would they tell me that if I never became a pro wrestler, would I regret it? Like, their experiences, yeah, from their viewpoint, they will totally say that, yeah, you are missing out in life because you are not a pro wrestler. You could be doing this, in pro wrestling, and you're choosing not to. Oh.
I gotta make room for this.
You're gonna make okay. I mean, for that peach emoji.
If we're gonna do a couple, like we gotta have plenty. I do want to thicken these lines a little bit. That's not. Oh, there we go.
And so the whole thing just came into this whole, like, I was trying to use wrestling just because I was trying to find the most ridiculous thing of, like, yeah, somebody may say that, like, me not being a pro wrestler would be a regret. We actually did a whole stream about us, like, with pro wrestling. We did.
Yeah, yes, we have.
And we thought, because what happened later was that John came in and put my head.
Oh, that's right, yes.
Onto, who is it?
John Cena.
Yeah, John Cena. You just said his name. And was like, I don't know, Stephanie, this is a pretty good look for you. I think you'd really regret not being a pro wrestler. Oh, yeah. And then, yeah, and then I guess I found $5 again.
I mean, it was a pretty good photo, but it was just your face. There's nothing else on it. Har.
That's why we did whole wrestling stream. You know, them wrestlers. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, just as this is our gift for you, Kat and John. And Ketsa and John. For thank you for the bootylicious cards of a thick Charizard and thick Pikachu. There are those who are wondering, check out, which stream was that?
That was our, I believe it was the part 2 of our Zelda Fusion stream.
Yes, it was.
Or was that Kaiju? It was Kaiju, because that was, it was our Kaiju stream. Because that's the one with the face cam.
That was okay. Sorry, I was like paying attention to the chat. We got Chance Saint. Oh wow, that's wild. Tony Soprano's son AJ was born the same year as you guys.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're on a big Sopranos kick right now.
That's what he's saying. I've been watching The Sopranos. Oh my gosh, what angle is this?
An awkward one.
Is that X what I think it is?
No. I'm trying to do like drawing Kirby like one of my French girls.
Oh.
That's more what I'm trying
okay.
to achieve here.
Chance says I cannot recommend The Sopranos. I thought you were to say enough at the end of that. But a lot of people, it was popular, really, really popular in its heyday. I think it was just like on a channel I didn't have.
Yeah, it was like, I want to say it was an HBO show.
Yeah.
Or like Stars or something like that.
It came out in like the early 2000s, mid 2000s. Yeah, like at that point, I think I had already moved out of my parents' house at that point. And so I didn't have cable. Like, I have never had cable, or I've never had, like, major, like, except for, like, Netflix. Like, we have got Disney Plus and Netflix and a Hulu, but we don't really watch too much TV. I watch a lot of YouTube.
Yeah, we do.
But, oh my gosh, this curve. 1999 to 2006, and it came out on HBO. Thank you, Chance.
All right. Okay, that's right. It's HBO.
Yeah. I didn't have that, and I think around that time. No, because I moved out after that, so I was living at my home, at my parents' house at my parents' house at that time of my life. But my dad's a real asshole, and would never let us watch TV, and was always Fox News, and yeah.
Why not?
So I never wanted to spend time at home, anyways, to even watch TV. Chance says, so I forgot how edgy and violent media was, and season 3 went too far. Like, I cannot recommend this to people.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard the same thing about a Game of Thrones.
Yeah. I would say similar things about, like, The Boys. Just even, like, the first 2 episodes, like, goes deep into, like, what Chance is talking about with season 3. And it's like,
even, like,
there we go.
Are we coloring these ones, or are we gonna leave these black and whites?
I don't know. Would it be too much to I just scrapped the towel entirely. It wasn't necessary.
I saw. This is good. Yeah. It's good. You're welcome. The internet.
Fit Kirby is the thing that everybody needs now.
Mm-hmm. Everybody wants and everybody needs.
It's the new memeable thing.
Yeah. Well, since you did spoilers for that other one, do you want to go do the one below this?
Let's
this
do.
Is great. You're welcome, internet.
Let's do Kirby as Ava Unit 1.
Because, as Ken put it, since you were talking a lot about that last week, Stephanie.
I'm like, we gotta do it. We gotta.
We got Chance saying, I do like the show. I just have to give trigger warnings.
Oh yeah.
I felt the same way about the Vikings show.
Oh yeah.
I could not watch after the first few episodes. Like, I think it was like the first or second episode where there was sexual assault.
Yeah.
A blatant sexual assault, and I was just like, I cannot watch shit that has sexual assault. Not especially that graphic or awful like it showed. And I was like, okay, I get it. He's a bad guy. You don't need to drum it in this fucking much. God, okay, now you're doing more. Okay, now it's more. Oh, now it's escalated to sexual assault. Got it. We understand that he's a ding-dang dirty bad guy. You don't need to fucking do this. You don't need to go this fucking far. And, every one of my friends were like, no, but you gotta watch it. It's so good. You gotta watch it. And then I had a friend who literally timestamped every single instance of sexual assault. And it was more than
Yeah. That's not like, that doesn't help make it so that you can skip those things. That just really reinforces how shitty it is.
It's just completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
Completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
So I only ever watched the first season, just because my friend really you have to watch it, and then gave me the timestamps of every single instance of sexual assault, and I did skip right past them. But then it's a big part in one part where this person tried to blank me, and I guess she gets retribution for it. But again, not important, not necessary.
Yeah.
Didn't need to be in the show. It didn't provide anything except some just fake drama that didn't. It could have been anything else. It could have been anything else. And it was just at the end of the first season, I ended up hating a lot of the characters. And I have no desire to watch the second season. I forget how many seasons there were. I think like 12.
Oh God, really?
It went on for a real fucking long time.
I did not pay attention, clearly.
Like, maybe I'm over-exaggerating, but then it has another spin-off series.
It did.
For one of the kids, one of Ragnar's kids, and people went fucking batshit crazy for it. I think that's still going. There's other Viking shows because, of course. I've kind of lost a track of a lot of those Viking shows. I know some people are really into it, but I mean, that's cool. That's cool that people really like that. I have a hard time watching shows. Like, there's some things I would like to watch, and I have a hard time just sitting down and just giving my attention.
It's just
to that
brain power. Like a 12% brain power show, no problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If I have to give it more than like even just 50%, then like yeah.
There are some shows because like you definitely, like, when you do get into a show, you go hard onto it. Gosh, what show was it that we were watching? Oh gosh, I'm trying to remember what the most recent show was that we watched that you just we devoured it in a weekend. I can't recall.
I'm trying to remember too.
God,
that's the problem about binge watching shows.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's Matt Pat's talked about that in some of his shows or some of his episodes. I'm gonna pay attention to the chat real quick.
Yeah, totally.
Chan says, yep, it was a graphic sexual assault scene. Season 3, episode 4, HBO Max had a violent warning on the episode that threw me off because the show is already violent. Yeah. Vikings 6 seasons. Vikings Valhalla 2 seasons. Wow, I over-exaggerated that a lot. Excuse me. I guess it felt like a lot more, but thank you for looking that up, Chance.
God, this looks so much like our Chomp.
It does look like a Pokemon. Like Garchomp, yeah. It does look like a Pokemon.
Or Gabite, or what? Yeah, Gabite is, yeah.
I think of Garchomp as like the evolved form.
It is. Yeah. Gabite is the
rounder.
The rounder, like version 1, like baby form.
Also, Chance loves this Kirby. This is hilarious. Like, I feel sorry for this Kirby that accidentally ate, like, an alien angel entity that's kind of insane and crazy because they keep fucking with its brain to try to control it.
Yeah.
Spoilers, that's not actually a mech. It's an alien thing, and it's armor over it. Yeah. And they inject people into its spinal column to control it.
Talk about Spinal Tap.
God, Chance, I'm so sorry that I didn't get horribly obsessed with Ava like I said I would. Now that we're talking about it, now I'm like, oh, that's the thing I wanted to do. Shit,
God,
I want to like deep dive into Ava lore and figure out what the fuck it's all about. Like, how do they continue it? I thought the movie was terrible. Also, Ken, I would love to see your reaction to the terrible movie. That one, it can be a 12% brain movie. Okay. Like, it can just be dumb, but it will kind of get you into it just because it's dumb, and you're just like, what the fuck am I watching? And it's kind of, like, again, 12% brain, where you don't have to really think because it's just, like, crazy.
You know, I just want to say, like, this Kirby having a knife...
What?
Like, if you mess with his happy, you get the stabby.
I'm sorry, I just read a spoiler that I need to know.
Okay.
And Chan says, also spoilers, Ava 1 is Shinji's mom?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
What? How did I miss that?
Okay, so there's a lot of, like I knew a little bit about Ava on it, but, like, Shinji's dad clones his wife, like, a lot. And, like, combined the alien DNA with, like, multiple different sources. Like, and that's how he created Ava Unit 1. Because at first they only had the first Ava and tried to put Ava, his dead wife's DNA into it. And that's how they created Ava Unit 2. And then they tried doing the reverse of it and take, like, the Ava DNA and put it into a human, and that's how they created Rei using Shinji's mom's.
Which is sounding familiar now.
And that's why Rei is able to pilot the Unit 0 because she's got Ava angel DNA in her.
Isn't Zero the original alien?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. and then the reverse, Shinji being able to pilot Unit 1 because it's his mom. Yeah.
I
Like,
hate
that's
it.
why they're able to sync up together.
I hate it.
It's fucking weird.
What the fuck? Chance, Steph, I love your reaction. Well, Chance, we'll have to find a time where we can just dive into Evangelion.
It's weird.
I kind of love the weird lore. That's why I like FNAF. I like these weird lore, like games and stories. I'm like, give me that lore. I'm like that map pad. Just give me that good lore. We were talking about map pad actually.
Yeah.
About shit. Words.
The TV Netflix stuff.
Yeah. The biggest problem with Netflix is because they just release it all at once, and people binge watch it, and then you don't remember it.
Yeah.
And then you don't get any sort of hype, and then it's people are like, are you done? And like like you being able to retain a lot of the details of the show, you're like, wow, I binge watched it. I remember liking it, but I can't remember any of the details.
Yeah, like a lot of what he was talking about in that too was like one of the things that Seinfeld did and why it was so popular at its time, because it was set on a weekly schedule and people could talk about it the next day at work. Like, hey, you see that episode of Seinfeld? Yeah. That's one reason it went off so well.
I love this. Are you ready for your next
I think
number?
I'm ready for the next one.
This does look like a Gachomp or Garchomp.
I think Ava Unit Kirby is a delight.
This is great.
Oh my god, this is so fantastic.
Number 18.
Number 18. Oh, Steph.
Okay.
Number 18, we're in for a real treat. It's Curbfield.
Oh, it's Garfs! Hopefully we don't break the internet today.
Oh god. Yeah, the last time we did too many Garfs, we broke our internet.
Chan says, yeah, I try to limit myself to 1 or 2 episodes when I'm watching shows. Garf! Yeah. Sometimes, well, it's hard because if all of the episodes are there, especially if it leaves off on a mystery, I actually really don't mind spoilers. I just want to know what the fuck's going on. Like, give me that good lore. Tell me what the fuck is happening. I don't want to sit there and fucking guess. I just want to know what the fuck happens. And so I will read spoilers because sometimes it hits that weird part of my anxiety of I just need to fucking know what happens. And like Tears of the Kingdom, I totally read spoilers. I needed to know if it had a happy ending. I needed to know what the fuck happens. Your never-ending quest to save your girlfriend. And so I did read spoilers, and I was good. I didn't spoil anything for Kenji.
No,
I haven't spoiled anything.
You haven't?
No. I mean, there was eventually some points where you ask questions.
I mean, like, really, it was the internet that spoiled it for me, because I saw, like, some fan art. I'm like, oh, okay, I put that together. Okay, because I saw, like, some fan art. I'm like, okay, the only way that works is if X happens.
Kenji, what you're drawing is fucking
masterpiece.
Amazing. This is art.
I mean, you know, really, let's call the Louvre and let them know they can take down the Mona Lisa.
It's small anyways. And there's way too many fucking people. It's overrated. IMHO. I saw it with my own 2 eyeballs. I saw the Mona Lisa. I went to the Louvre a few times because it takes a few visits to see everything. You can't see everything in the Louvre in a single day. It's fucking massive. We did certain wings in different days because there's a whole wing just for statues and a whole wing just for like classical paintings. This era. So
I want to say back in like 2008, there was some Roman art on loan from the Louvre at the Seattle Art Museum, and I went to that, and that was pretty rad. I really enjoyed that. That was really impressive to see.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
Oh, there's so much you cannot see it all.
Nope.
But I did see the Mona Lisa with my own 2 eyeballs.
It's awesome.
And it's like for the big pieces like the Venus de Milo, the how they have Nike, the statue of Nike is fucking incredible. That was a cool experience because she's on this giant staircase. So you can't really get up to it because it's a fucking massive giant piece. But you can walk around in the stairs and just be able to look at it in all of these beautiful angles. It's absolutely brilliant where they put Nike. But the Venus de Milo is in this weird small room, and it's like, this was all pre-COVID, and so like it was just this weird kind of like massive amounts of people. And this, when people talk about pickpocketing, yeah, this is the instance where you put your bag right up close to your chest and make sure that nobody's near you. But you can't. Like, people are just everywhere, and you quickly try to get your picture. Everybody wants to get their pictures of themselves in front of these things. And so you have these people who are like, oh, wait, and then nobody knows how to use their cameras. And this was early, this was over a decade ago when I went to,
it wasn't like 2012, 2011, something
yeah.
like that? Yeah.
And so I had my very first Samsung Galaxy, like the very first one. And it was before a lot of people had smartphones. And so I didn't use the camera on that. I did have an actual camera. And most people had cameras, like normal, like regular cameras, not just their cell phones. Digital.
Yeah, I guess they were digital. We had moved away from like the Kodiak, like wind up ones. Yeah.
Some people still had like film cameras, but most people had digital cameras when I was there, and so it was, nobody knew how to use their fucking cameras. Everyone had to get them out of their cases, the shell, like it was an ordeal, and so it was just this weird shifting of all of these human bodies, and I snapped real fucking quick because I just had my camera out. And like I said, I was really smart when I went to Paris, and I had this type of bag that the only entrance was in the top so nobody could pickpocket, and it had a layer in it, where it's where I had like my passport, because I wasn't going to leave that in my fucking bed and no breakfast.
Yeah, that
the
place
fucking
was shady.
person. But and so I was like very secure. I snapped this shot, and it was in the evening, and the sun was just coming out, and it was just illuminating the side of her. She was glowing. It was it's one of my absolute favorite pictures I've taken during my time at the Louvre. It was absolutely incredible. Speaking of art, and he's going for lasagna.
He's sucking up the lasagna.
That's how he gets the Garf powers.
Instead of the tomato gets turned into a nice sauce for the lasagna.
This is art.
Is what happens with the Garf.
Oh, I love this. Yeah. This is brilliant. This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. But yeah, so the same thing with the Mona Lisa. The Mona Lisa, unlike the Venus de Milo is in a very small, cramped room, and you're just kind of like, oh, shift, get your picture, move, keep moving, there's so many people. But the Mona Lisa is it's in a giant room, and there's paintings everywhere. And the Mona Lisa is on its own separate wall in the center of the room with all of these like things to like mark it off so people can't go right up to it. Yeah. They were making an exception for people in wheelchairs until some like protesters decided to throw like cake or something onto the Mona Lisa. Yeah. It's got fucking like glass in front of it. You wouldn't, and all of them have been lacquered. That's why they all look very dark.
Yeah.
Somebody, I forget when, thought, okay, we need to save these paintings because they're the paint was made out of like natural materials, and they're starting to deteriorate over time. So we need to lacquer them to prevent them from age and decay. And the lacquer that they had at that time just made the paintings very, very dark.
Yeah.
And so. It's not very big. You think of a printer paper from a computer, it's only a little bit bigger than that. But same thing, people all wanted to get their pictures of themselves in front of the Mona Lisa. Not admire the painting, not look at the painting, just this selfie in front of the Mona Lisa, like, hey, I was here, I saw it with my own two eyeballs.
Gonna put it on my MySpace page before it goes defunct.
Yes. Yeah. And so it's in the center of this room, and again, it's this weird mass of people coming in, getting their pictures in the move people, so there's like this weird flow of just people, and it's so many people, and we didn't even realize we had stumbled across the Mona Lisa. We just saw this mass of people, because nobody else really looks at the other paintings. We were in the rest of the room, and they were like, oh, that's the Mona Lisa. You want to try to fight that crowd to get anywhere near that? And we're like, nope. We just like check mark, keep moving on. We didn't do the Eiffel Tower for the same reason. It was also, whoever said springtime in Paris is the most beautiful time of the year is a goddamn liar. It was cold, it was wet, it was raining, it was stormy, it was miserable. Our eyeballs were cold. It was awful.
You know, I had a similar experience in Philadelphia. Their natural history museum that they've got out there. In front of it, because the museum is so famous because of the scene in Rocky as well, where he's running up the stairs training on it. They've got a statue out front of Rocky Balboa, and people would line up to try and get their pictures taken with it. And I had no desire to wait in this line to get to the base of the picture, because the angle you're going to get is just like the feet of the statue. So I was standing at the back of the line, turn around, angle it so you can't really see the line. You can see me and the statue, like the full statue. Took my picture and left, didn't have to wait in line. It was the best spot to take it from, quite frankly.
Yeah. Chances, so Paris in spring is just like typical weather.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
From what I've heard.
Are you ready for another number, or are we finishing?
You know, I want to add just a little bit of color to his shoesies.
Okay.
And then I think we can move on.
We live in the Pacific Northwest in the United States.
Spoilers.
Seattle, Tacoma area. And so the weather we have here is very similar to like Germany, the UK,
Ireland,
France, Ireland. They're all in kind of the same area as far as like where we are.
I think we're on the same like latitude.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I can never remember which one latitude or longitude is, but
I think longitude is like we would remember long boy, like up and down long.
Okay, yeah.
If my memory is serving me correctly.
That feels right to me.
Yeah. So Rabbit King!
Hey! How's it going?
Welcome! Stumbled in on the Ken's new masterpiece.
On the masterpiece? Yeah. This is going to replace the Mona Lisa.
Yes. Beautiful. Thanks for joining us, Rabbit King. Good to see you, Will.
Good to see you.
Number 5 is our next one.
Number 5.
Yeah, this is art. This is beautiful.
Okay. Who is number... Oh, my God. Number 5 is going to be beautiful. Number 5 is Rick Sanchez.
Turn it into a Kirby.
That's right. We're going to get swifty with this Kirby.
So Chance corrected us. Longitude is left to right.
Oh, thank you very much.
So yeah,
okay.
we're on the same longitude as is
a lot
France
of Europe,
and a lot of like Europe. Central and then northern is obviously colder. Like think of like Canada weather. It's more like the Scandinavian countries have similar climates and temperatures. But when they talk about the temperature and like, because I have family and friends who live in Germany, and we talk about the weather, and it is similar. But it's like London is very similar, like especially all the rain and overcast. It's very similar to the Pacific Northwest, just because we're a little bit more coastal. Because we're on the Pacific coast. We're on the by the water, and so the yes, Paris was similar, but honestly, it was warmer in the Pacific Northwest when I left, and it was much colder in Paris. We had one day out of the 2 weeks that I was there that it had decent weather. The rest of it was stormy and cold, and we dressed for like spring weather. You know, we weren't dressing for summer weather. We went in like March, April. I can't remember. It was over a decade ago.
Yeah.
And but it was so wet and cold and miserable. So no, we didn't do the Mona Lisa. We took a tour bus, and it hit up all because literally, again, 10 years ago when I was there, I'm sure things are different now, but how they had things, they just had tour buses that were going, and they would stop at certain stops, and you would just hop on, pay however many euros it is and you could stay on the bus as long as you wanted. And what? What is happening? Is this a drunk Kirby?
Yes, because Rick Sanchez is famously an alcoholic. He is a cautionary tale if ever there was one.
Yes.
So I'm keeping that Rick Sanchez energy by making this Kirby a cautionary tale.
Because Kirby is a sweet, innocent boy. He's
right.
just a sweet, innocent boy that's into vor.
Oh, God! I was not expecting the vor joke, but you're right. You're absolutely right.
Chance, maybe it's warmer now because
God.
of climate change. Maybe?
Maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe now's the right time to visit France while we still can.
Maybe, you know? I couldn't say. But, so you could just hop on a tour bus and you could just stay on as long as you wanted. They just continued. And they eventually change out drivers and stuff, and they'd have little stops here and there. And they'd had recordings rather than the poor tour bus.
Oh, God, yeah.
Having to say the same thing over and over
That
again.
would destroy your vocal cords really quick, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so they had recordings of saying, hey, we are coming to this spot. And you could see at the front, like, they'd hit certain buttons. Okay, we're at this point, hit this recording. And that was all the maximum they had to do as far as, like, being that tour guide. And they would answer, yeah, Rabbit King says the bald spot.
Yeah.
In case people forgot.
Yes. Super science makes you go bald, people. Just look at Dr. Venture. He's another example.
Mm-hmm. Or just alcoholism.
Yeah, I mean, that could be it, too.
Yeah.
God, speaking of Venture Brothers, I'm so excited they're getting, like, a movie to wrap up their story. Like, I love the Venture Brothers. Like, that is one of my all-time favorite Adult Swim shows.
Blast from the Past, how long has this series been going on?
So they had, like, 6 seasons, I want to say, but they finally got canceled because they take years in between their seasons. It takes them a while to make the show. So finally Adult Swim was like, yeah, we're not going to renew you for another season because we want a faster turnaround. So yeah, they had like 6 seasons, I want to say. And then just, yeah, like the fans were for the most part pretty chill about just the time it took because it was a quality show, for most of us thought. Depends on what you're into. I totally recognize it's
I'm not into a rusty...
the Rusty Venture.
I'm not into a Rusty Venture.
Whatever that may or may not be, I don't know.
Everyone had their guesses of what a Rusty Venture... I just always thought that every last season, when they stopped, was going to be their last season. They're like, oh, we're coming back! And then 5 years later, oh, we're coming back!
It wasn't
12 years later, we're coming back!
This wasn't the Legend of Korra.
If that's what it felt like, that was the energy.
Oh no, I totally get you. I 1000% get you.
Because I thought that episode, the season finale that ends with like what they're trying to guess what the Rusty Venture is, I thought that was the end of Venture Brothers.
It could have been. I'm not 100% sure, honestly, but...
Chance says 7 seasons ran from 2004 to 2018.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so they're finally getting a movie just to kind of finish up their story.
Weird.
Yeah.
What story was there even left to tell, to be honest? Like there were clones of the kids.
Mm-hmm. Because they finally allowed the boys to grow up and to live a life. So they started telling that story, and like the kids are going to college, and they kind of left it open because they did want to have another season to finish up their story. But now it's just like having to wrap up like where they are and kind of finalize where they left off on.
I never watched Rick and Morty.
I've
never watched it, and I have zero desire to watch Rick and Morty. I'm sorry, Rick and Morty fans. I had somebody who ruined it for me. I'll just put it that way. And so I knew somebody who really toxic, who absolutely still to this day romanticizes and idolizes Rick Sanchez.
Like the show is definitely one that the fan base can ruin. Like people try to say, oh, you have to be really intelligent to get the show. Like, no, you don't. It's really basic sci-fi stuff. If you've watched if you've watched enough Star Trek, you'll get this show, the science they try to use for it. all the science is just an excuse to validate having a sentient fart cloud that will sing songs to you, because they wanted one of the guys from Flight of the Conchords on the show, like Jermaine, got on the show, and they wanted something for him to do, so they turned his character into a sentient fart cloud. That's the only reason for the super science on the show, is to move the jokes around.
We got Rabbit King saying, "Oh, the fans are the worst."
Yes, they are.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
And I've experienced that. Like I said, I had somebody absolutely ruin it for me.
Yeah.
Chan says, "I watched the first episode because I wanted to talk to Ken about it, but I couldn't finish after that first episode."
That's super duper valid. Like I've enjoyed what I've watched of the show. I am not current on the show, and I'm okay with that. It made me laugh when I watched it. That's all it needed to do.
Rabbit King, Rick is a monster, and that's why it's funny. You're supposed to be in on it, not excuse me.
Yeah.
That's why it's funny. You're supposed to be in on it, not worship.
Yup.
Yep.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. But that's this person I used to know did. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
More funny stories about that later. Are you ready for the next one?
I think I'm ready.
This is pretty good.
This
is a good Kirby. Like, poor Kirby was just like died of alcohol poisoning.
Not once, kids.
Yeah.
What's our next number?
Number 8.
Number 8. Oh, this is going to be great. Hey, Steph, what was one of your favorite animes growing up, or like in the early 2000s?
Sailor Moon?
Oh, the right answer is Hellsing.
Okay, when you told me that you were putting an Alucard, I was not expecting this Alucard.
Yes, this janky, weird Alucard.
Speaking of toxic fans. Oh, no.
God, this one was so weird. Oh, man. I watched the show, but I think I had a friend who loaned me the DVDs is how I watched the show.
Yeah. When I was a teenager, I went over to a friend's house every week, and we had an anime watching night. It was like how we spent our Saturday nights, because I was too much of a nerd to be doing drugs. And also I was poor. I didn't have money for fucking drugs.
I know, right?
That shit's expensive. So we watched, people would buy the DVDs, and oh god, what was the...
Was it Suncoast?
Yes.
It was probably Suncoast.
Yes, Suncoast. And that's how we watched Hellsing. Oh, it's just, I remember, like, so many people got so into it. And what the fuck is it even about? I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Were they breeding Draculas to make a machine to destroy the world to save the world? Probably. I don't fucking know.
Okay, not every anime is like Witch Hunter Robin or Gundam Wing or insert generic anime here.
Or 20 million others from that same exact time.
Yeah. Like God, this anime, I do remember a little bit about it, because basically...
You're coming in strong with this sketch, I just want to say.
Yes,
this is really good.
Yeah, so this anime, basically you had, like, Hellsing had somehow captured a Dracula and used that Dracula to protect England from supernatural threats.
How?
I don't know.
Did he have him on a leash?
Essentially, yeah. So they use Dracula to protect themselves.
So Dracula's their pet pupper, okay.
Yes. And the main villain is the Vatican, actually. Because Protestants and Catholics just cannot get along.
No wonder I hated this when I was younger. I was like, I hated that shit.
Yeah, so that's basically the gist of it. And, like, they'd hunt down, like, rogue vampires and fight the Vatican, and that was the anime.
That's schnoz.
I'm trying to go for Bishi Kirby Dracula here.
Got a chance. The right answer is Hellsing. I'm dying. but the chance reminds me, anime is drogs.
Yes.
Anime
yes,
is drugs. Anime was expensive too. I shouldn't say. Like, I was spending all my money on anime, not drugs. I didn't have money for both.
Same. Like my first like big purchase I made as an adult, as we say, was at Suncoast Video. I bought the DVD box set of Trigun because I goddamn loved it.
God, and we tried rewatching it.
We tried. That show is so rough.
Oh,
they're doing a reboot of it. Also.
Abaixo da Stampedo! Oh, I watched it subbed because
I only ever experienced it dubbed.
Oh my god. His face.
Told you I'm trying to do Bishi Kirby.
Okay, what you've drawn right now reminds me of that one like newspaper comic with a very like that nose that's kind of flat on the end.
Oh, Doonesbury.
Doonesbury. This reminds me of like a Doonesbury.
Oh, that's outstanding.
Chance says, okay, this one might be my favorite curve so far. Rabbit King. Nice. Bash the Stampede is my favorite ever. Bash. That's how they said it in the Japanese. Mm-hmm. Bash the Stampede! I love the But yeah, they called him Bash. Yeah. Bashudo.
The what was it, like 99 billion double dollar man or something? Because
no one called him. That's a dumb nickname.
Well, because that was how much his wanted poster ran for. Not just dollars, but double dollars.
Double dollars.
Because inflation sucks, everybody.
I just remember the lore, the story behind it was just so convoluted.
Oh yeah, it was.
It was we couldn't as much as we both had fond memories of watching Trigun as young people trying to rewatch it as adults. We're like, I'm sorry, I can't. This is rough. This is real rough.
It was.
Oh my god, this drawing. This is.
It's Kirby's doing an anime.
It's just oh my gosh! I knew so many fucking edgelords that wanted to be him when they grew up.
Oh yeah, anybody with a red coat they wanted to be. Hence, Vash the Stampede.
It's a stupid bolo tie. Like, God, fucking. Why does Japan think bolo ties are like classy? Like, what is it, Japan? Bolo ties are actually kind of dumb.
Maybe it's just because it's exotic.
It's exotic.
Yeah.
That's that country western. There is a lot of that, actually. In Europe, you have a lot of people who come to United States. They how in the United States we've got Renaissance fairs. In Europe, they do Western rodeo fairs.
Oh God, that's right.
And people will spend a lot of money to have real leather chaps and cowboy boots and cowboy hats and stuff, and they'll do real rodeos, or with space allowed in Europe, because there's not a lot of space over there.
Yeah.
But a lot of them, because my cousin lives in Wyoming, next to one of the largest places where people do rodeo. It's world famous for rodeo, and when it's rodeo week, you get these people who come in from all over around the world because they want to go to a real Western rodeo because they romanticize it in the same exact way. It is very exotic to them, how a Renaissance fair or other types of similar things. I think it's fucking hilarious. Oh my god, Chance says, I demand stickers. I'm right there with you, Rabbit King. The sticker, that's the eyes. I love it. John says, why does Steph impersonation sound like Paul Rudd is saying, slap a da bass? Vasha da Stampedo! Raba da piss! I'm just, I'm doing my best, Basha da Stampedo.
Yeah. Oh god.
Oh my god, but Helsing. I remember the blondie girl who had way too big of boobies and she had a giant gun, because of course.
Because she was a sniper, because they had that level of sniper rifle on the fucking police force. That makes sense.
And of course she ate a lot.
Oh, of course.
She had a big appetite, because that's a thing that's a common trope in many animes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then the weird sigil things that they just borrowed from wherever. wherever.
Oh, yeah.
And he had the cool sigil on his back of his hand.
Oh, heck yeah.
And when they started selling those gloves at the anime conventions I used to go to, then the edgelord's like, it's too, like, mainstream. It's too... But they would buy it anyways, because they would just wear it, like, around their apartment when they're, like,
yeah,
you know.
And not tell anybody because they don't want to be sellouts.
Oh, I knew lots of toxic people when I was younger. Thank God I don't hang out with any of those people anymore. Oh my God, this is...
This is art. Like every one of these curbs, quite frankly, needs to have their own wall in the Louvre.
You're wrong, Stephanie. It's Helsing. I rolled my d20. It wanted me to do 8 again because it's like it's so good. We can't get off of this.
Didn't mean to move the screen on us there.
You
Sorry.
got Chance saying, oh God, that reminds me on Sopranos. They had a few bits that with that Billy Bass thing.
Oh
I don't know
God.
what that means. I'm sorry.
Oh, the Billy Bass.
Billy Bass?
I haven't
don't
thought
know
of
what
it.
that means.
That's the wall-mounted fish that would sing.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Memory unlocked, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow. Yeah. No, I've been seeing somebody who was like, your music changed my life, and it was a Billy Bass. It's really good. It's just real good. Oh, this Kirby.
Oh, man. This Kirby, this Bishi Kirby. This is what
like,
dreams are made of.
This is like the one, especially with like the Punisher, that needs to be like fully rendered.
God, yes. Yes. Oh, I'm very proud of this.
Oh my God. I don't want to take this from you for like
I'm
the next one.
Very much enjoying this.
Oh my God.
But I can be done.
No, it's up to you. Take as much time as you want. Take as much time as you want. I don't want to separate you from your boyfriendo.
I think
just a straight up gun.
Just has a straight up gun.
Yeah.
Never mind the fact that it's a vampire. It's just a gun. What's our next number?
Next number is number 20.
Number 20. All right. Who is our number 20? Oh, you're gonna love this one, Steph.
Yeah. Is it my? It's a Korok! Oh, it's my tiny baby plant child. You mean?
Kirby Korok.
Oh.
Korok B.
So, Ken's been playing a lot of...
I've been obsessed with it, quite frankly.
Tears of the Kingdom, Zeruda. It did come out on my birthday. We did 2 streams about Zeruda. We're big Zelda fans. But I love the Korok. They're so fucking cute. Ken got me a plushie Korok and some Korok stickers because I love them. Every single time he finds one, I'm like, it's just a tiny precious plant child. For those who don't know, I am that Taurus, and I have a number of houseplants. I have a lot of.
Our kitchen island is a jungle.
Well, now the new bookshelf and on top of the fridge.
We have been upgrading, and it's spreading to the rest of the apartment, and quite frankly, it will consume us all one day. But I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
That's the way I want to go.
Oh yeah, yeah. Bio earns all the way for me too.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Yes, I've had houseplants ever since I was a little kid, and I used to take care of houseplants professionally for a living. Some Stephanie lore. I used to work for a landscaping company where I did interior landscaping, where I went all over downtown Seattle. The Space Needle was one of my accounts.
Yeah.
I went to historical hotels, $1 million mansions, $1 million condos, right on the overlooking like the Pike Place markets, watering people's houseplants and taking care of them, into all of these big skyscrapers and like lobbies and stuff, doing these big interior garden designs. It was fun. It was really fun. It doesn't pay, and it can be kind of stressful, especially dealing with really cheap, horrible, rich people.
Yeah.
The people that I worked with were some of the most cheapest, most tacky, awful fucking billionaires that you would ever imagine working for.
You know
and
what? I'm glad orcas are sinking their yachts, or destroying their rudders, rather.
Makes me so happy. It's just, hell yeah, orcas.
Yeah, Free Willy's not free until we're all free.
Put that on a bumper sticker. So I I do love my house plants. I've got that gray thumb, and I love my little plant babies. So I love the little Koroks. Like, yeah, they're just adorable, and I love the little plushie. Thank you again.
You're very welcome.
Okay. We got Chance saying Billy Bass ends up being a trigger for Tony because he had a prophetic dream where his friend, as a fish, confessed he'd been spying on them for the police. Then he unalived that friend and dumped his body in the water. Wow. Following by Rabbit King saying, "Oh, cute." I know that's off the comment, but like the Korok.
Yeah.
So Chance says, so each time he sees a Billy Bass, he's triggered to that. Thank you for tolerating the Sopranos posting. Chance also says, I was just thinking the orcas for communism. Ken drops that line about Free Willy. My dice keeps wanting me to go back to number 8, back to
that masterpiece.
Yes. When you said Alucard, I thought you were meant like the Castlevania.
No.
From like Netflix.
No.
Oh, there's so many Alucards. I should have asked, but I kind of glad that was a bit of a surprise. Actually, that was pretty good. That was really good. Oh, this is adorable. Yeah. I just love their round little tubby bodies. They're just little plants.
It blends really well for Kirby, quite frankly.
Yeah, it's just a good little friend shape. It's a good friend shape.
This is definitely lending well to each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love the Korok.
Oh yeah.
I love the what's his name?
Hetsu?
Yeah, Hetsu.
Yeah.
I always want to say his name Hetsu. Like I'm trying to make it a Tsu sound, but it's like Hetsu.
Like think wow, why am I spacing on the name now? Okay, I fell apart. Okay, I don't know where I was going with that. My brain just decided to like nope right out of those details. I'm like, oh okay, I'll do that. I'll just
Kala.
Yeah, exactly. Just that dance number is so good.
More Koroks dancing with him.
Although I will say, if you're gonna have like a musically inclined character, Nintendo, bring back Cass. Where's Cass?
Where is Cass?
Where is Cass?
Where is he?
Maybe that's the DLC. Is going to be Tears of the Kingdom: The Search for Cass.
I really hope so because if he doesn't show up at all, I think fans will outrage because he was one of my absolute favorite characters.
Like,
I raced to Borbtown because I wanted to see him.
Yeah,
He's not there.
Just give me that good Borb playing the concertina.
Yeah.
I need it, quite frankly.
I'm
Now so sad. Now the concertina will forever be a sad instrument to me.
We've got Chance saying, I also read Hetsu as Hetsu. Thank you. We got Rebbe King singing La 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 La. I just got it for my birthday today. Happy birthday! Oh my gosh!
That's right, you did say. Oh, I totally spaced on that. He did announce his birthday was soon.
Oh my gosh. Well, it came out on my birthday, and I think that's awesome that you got it for your birthday.
Heck yeah, man. Have fun. I've been having a blast with it.
It is so much fun. Yeah. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Hmm?
Happy birthday.
Oh, that's so awkward. I don't know. I don't know if you feel awkward at being sung to.
Happy birthday
I know I do.
to you. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Happy birthday to you.
Enjoy the hammy tones.
What we do here just on Jam and Jabbers.
Exactly.
Birthday Zeldas, yay!
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, you just got back in town. Good.
Nice.
Oh, I hope that it's a nice, relaxing birthday weekend where you can just sit back and enjoy. Thank you for breaking away from playing that to watch our stream. We had a hard time. We had a hard time, like, walking away from it to, like, even do our own stream.
Oh, gosh. And that's, like, for the last couple months, too, by the way. Like, I have been absorbed into that game. Like, I haven't even managed to get to the Horizon Forbidden West DLC just yet because I've been so absorbed in Zelda. Yeah, but I wanted to replay Forbidden West before I did the DLC, just so it'd be fresh. And then Tears of the Kingdom came out, and
You're gonna have to play it all over again to refresh your brain again.
Exactly.
Oh, it's been rough. You just drove up from Disneyland.
Oh, that's so rough. Well, I mean, it can be rough.
Oh no. Oh, I hope you had a fantastic time at Disneyland.
Oh, yeah.
Ken, you've never been, right?
I have never been because my parents didn't love me.
The only reason why I got to Disneyland was because my older sister had bleeding stomach ulcers. I got bleeding stomach ulcers later. What did I get?
They never did that for you.
Nothing. Yeah. They're like, oh, sorry.
You're the middle child. We're not going to give you a Disneyland trip for your ulcers.
Who were you again? Oh, right. Just stay out of trouble. Be that good little girl so we don't have to deal with you. Okay, thanks. Yeah, just have a car and disappear. Okay, thanks. We don't have to deal with you anymore.
Oh,
I've been to Disneyland as an adult, and I think Disneyland as an adult is much more fun than Disneyland as a kid. I think Disneyland as a kid can be overwhelming because there's so much.
Oh, I bet.
There's so much. I remember a few things from Disneyland as a kid, but just a very little bit because it is a little overwhelming. Not to just talk parents out oh no, my kid didn't have to. No, of course your kid's gonna have a really fucking great time.
Disneyland, yeah.
Oh yeah, happiest place on earth. But I went when I think I was 11, 12, and I don't have many memories of it. I remember the Autobahn because my Oma, because she never learned how to drive. She's that generation of old school. My grandma. I always say Oma, everyone knows what the hell I'm talking about.
That's
my
just German for grandma.
Yeah, it's a lot of different European countries say Oma and Opa for grandma and grandpa. But my grandma never learned how to drive, and so I was going on the Autobahn in Disneyland. That's no longer there anymore, but when she was driving a car, she thought it was pretty excited. Oh, look, I can drive. And it's a small world. We got stuck. And it's a small world.
Oh, there's jokes about that kind of thing happening. That actually happened to you.
It was absolutely awful because the ride was stuck, but the music wasn't.
Oh no.
And so it was the same song.
Oh no, that's
hours.
That is a nightmare that you always think is just a joke, but it's real. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it was real. Our next number is number 3. Thank you for this gift.
You're welcome. I know how much you love them. All right, number 3. Oh, Steph, you're really gonna love number 3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's Rorschach from The Watchmen.
Oh, for all those edgelords out there, heart. Oh my god. You're not trapped in, I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in with me. That's the line.
I think Rorschach is the coolest one of the Watchmen, but why does his mask look like my parents fighting?
I love that joke.
I love that joke so much. I will always tell it. It's so funny.
I really like him, except for the fact that his mask got a picture of my parents fighting on him. So yeah, we were stuck in It's a Small World for hours, and they kept telling people don't get out of, and people kept doing it.
Of course.
But it's in a water, and there's chains.
Mm-hmm.
So if they started it while people were walking, their feet would get stuck in the.
There goes your feet. Yeah.
Holy shit! And people were like, no, stop doing it! Stop doing that! We literally can't get this going but everyone started doing it. People were just walking through the water. They didn't give a shit. We were stuck in there for probably 2.5 hours. With the same song over and over and over. I refuse to go back. I don't care that they made it better, a little bit less racist, like how it used to be.
I mean, it was done in the 60s, so yeah.
Yeah. But I've heard that they revamped it and much better, and doesn't get stuck all the time, because it was notorious for getting stuck all the time. Yeah. And we were those ones that got stuck in it for 2.5 hours. My mom was like, no, we will not get out. Because we're like, Mom, I gotta pee. We gotta go. Mom,
there's water all around you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you can hear it. It was awful. Going back to the chat, Disneyland with kids is awful. They loved it. I'm a wreck. I can imagine that would be really tough.
I hear that a lot of parents make that complaint, that it's always really difficult for them, but the kids always come away with great memories.
I can imagine it's tough because the kids just want to run, and they just want to run around, and they just want to have fun, and they're like, oh my god, Matthew, get back over here, Matthew. The Game Grumps bit I was trying to redo. John says, Kat and I didn't jive with Disneyland when we went for our honeymoon. We liked Universal way more. Universal just has a lot more to do. Disneyland is like, it was an experience, you know. Just going and at least doing it one time, I think, is fun. There's a few rides. When I went with my bestie, she is a Disneyland, like, there's people who are like fucking Disneyland pros. She's one of them. She knew exactly, okay, we're gonna do this ride, we're gonna get our fast pass. Back when they had fast passes, I don't think they do it anymore.
Yeah, people really gamed that system.
Oh, because people would.
Yeah.
And they would like show on the like how to do it. Oh, he's got a star on his face. That's really cute. That's really cute. They would like just to be able to maximize their trip at Disneyland. Like, okay, first thing we get here at this time, right when the gates open, then we do this, and just to get as many rides in as possible before the end of the day. I felt that way with Universal as well, because some of the lines for Universal was really, really long. I went there right when the Harry Potter exhibit had just come out. Yeah. And before we knew that J.K. Rowling is an awful turf.
Yeah.
It was quite a few years ago that I went, and the ride was cute, you know. The wand ceremony, it was cute. I've never been like a huge Harry Potter fan anyways. My bestie was like super into it, and I know other people who are really, really into Harry Potter, and you know how it's been kind of hard for them because like your fandom was just kind of taken from you from like an absolute awful person, and it sucks. I won't go into all the details about that, but I did do that when it just came out, and when I bought my tickets, they had special passes that you could come into the park like an hour or two early before everything else was open, but you could only do the Harry Potter experience, which was great because then you didn't have to deal with all the other crowds. They got really, really packed really fast during the day, so you had to do all the Harry Potter shit first and then could go and do other things. I like the holy fucking shit, it's a dinosaur. The Jurassic Park. I just wanted to sing it again. Holy shit, what the fuck?
Oh, man. I am so sad that YTMD isn't a thing anymore.
It's kind of, it's on the it's on YouTube now. Some of them, not all of them.
Yeah.
There were some of them that definitely needed to go away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The Batman one was pretty good, though.
Oh, God.
To the Adam West Batman stuff.
Okay. We got Chan saying, I was also 11 going on 12 when I first went to Disneyland. I was so excited for the Autobahn and so I could drive. Yeah, I don't know why they got rid of the Autobahn. I mean, there's probably a lot of reasons, but man, that was a cool one. And it was there for such a long time. I think it was one of the earliest, like, while Disney was still alive, like he wanted to put that attraction, if my memory's serving correctly. I don't remember, but now they got the whole Star Wars land, and talk about. Some people really liked it. Some people thought it was really cool. I've never experienced it, so I can't really say. It's kind of, from what I've heard, is that it's kind of, they took some notes from Universal Studios and to try to make it like a Universal Studio. Because what the difference between Universal Studios and Disneyland is the use of animatronics versus like live actors. Universal Studio, a lot more live actors. They have a few animatronics, like they've got like the Jaws where you do the little tour bus, and they've done this, and they've done. I love the meta mount. That's cute.
The tomatoes,
that's really cute. I'm ready with the next number, whatever you are.
Let me put a little Kirby pink into this, and then we can move on.
The so yeah, like excuse me, Universal has some animatronics, but Disneyland's mostly animatronics.
Yeah.
They've got a few actors. Well, it's kind of the opposite for Universal. It's mostly paid actors performing, while they have just a few little animatronics here and there. But I've heard that they basically flipped that, so there's a lot more actors and not as many animatronics and like robots in
cast members. Thank you.
Oh, cast members.
Cast members.
Fucking poor employees,
I
like
know, right?
working at the retail part. Like, yes, I'm a cast member. I don't know. There may be a little bit of a theme for edgelords. Rabbit King.
I might have picked a couple.
Oh my God, Rory and Miri ate. Rory immediately ate shit. It's still around. The Fast Pass. It's all an app now. That's what I remember hearing that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you say our next
Number
one was?
one.
We've already done number one. That was Kratos.
Number two?
Number two?
Did we do that one?
We have not done number two yet.
Number two.
Number two is, we're going to keep the edgelord train going with number two. It's Sephiroth.
That one-winged angel.
No one calls him that.
It's a dumb nickname.
It's a dumb name.
Again, so new Final Fantasy.
Oh God,
I
yeah,
want to watch.
16, aren't they?
Yeah. Not so final. Still not final. They still haven't finalized the Final Fantasy. I've heard weird reviews about daddy issues.
I've seen some stuff on it. Like, the protagonist is not like a teen like most Final Fantasy games. He looks grizzled, and like, that's a weird direction to take one of these games in.
They're like, wait a second. Old grizzled man? Is he also have a child that he's trying to protect?
I don't know that detail, though.
Because that seems to be a theme that's really popular right now.
That's very true.
Yeah, thank you for that info, Rabbit King. I have heard that it's all an app now, because, and it makes it even harder, because some people were telling me, because, God, who is it? There's a YouTuber I follow that talks a lot about this stuff, and the hardest part about the app is that if you don't book immediately for all of your stuff, that you won't get into certain rides.
Is that Defunct Land?
Yeah, Defunct Land, thank you.
Yeah.
The app can be difficult because, and I think that, God, they've been trying this and trying this, but there are people who just try to maximize their trips. And I mean, like, if you can't afford to go to Disneyland very often, you want to maximize that trip for how expensive those tickets are. Holy shit. And expensive how to get down there and all of that stuff. So I imagine, like, there are some families, but there's people who just live around the Anaheim area. Like, there's one guy who buys his annual pass every year, just to walk in the park every single day. He just goes to Disneyland to do his daily walk, and I think he's got like some awards and like some like notoriety for that.
Like, why not just go to the mall like every other senior citizen?
Right.
Like,
right.
I mean, no shame. Malls seem like the place to go, you know?
Yeah. We got Chen says, I know the memes you keep referencing, but I'm like, what the heck is a Y-Team-ND? Yes.
You're the man now, dog.
Thank you, Rabbit King also said you're the man now, dog. It was an early internet, in the land before memes. They were the first proto-memes.
They were.
And it was just a website that had, the people would make these looped videos before TikTok and before Reels, of just random things, and they put audio and music to it. And a lot of times there'd just be like a giant font in the bottom, but it took up the whole entire screen. So the image just would be like a little box, and it would be over again, just mirrored or replicated the whole entire screen.
One of our friends, shout out to Mike. He likes to post to this site called Wall of Gifts, and it's the same thing as YTMND, basically.
Wall of Gifts, yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, it is just a wall of gifts. Yep. And then they put text in the bottom, and so that one, it's like, it's that scene from Jurassic Park, where they're like, la da da da.
Yeah,
they first see the dinosaurs.
When he turns Laura Dern's head to look at the dinosaur. Yeah.
So it's just that video, like, on loop. Well, this guy is singing, holy fucking shit, it's a dinosaur, holy shit, what the fuck? It's really funny. There's a shit ton of them. But yes, they were, and the very first one was Sean Connery just saying, "You're the man now, dog. You're the man now, dog. You're the man now, dog." And it was just a picture of Sean Connery, and it was just, that was it.
Yeah,
that was
from Finding Forrester. Yeah.
That was it. That was all it was, and that's what started YTMND. We got Rabbit King saying, "It was really fun, but the Star Wars fans are weird. The freak flags were flying. Ooh, I bet." Chance, Final Kingdom Fantasy Hearts.
That's right.
Not so final.
Yeah, not so final.
The racist wild frontier. Now it's just racist.
Jeez.
We got Chance saying, Kerborth might take number one over our curb for me. I saw like just the one wing. It's a little bit of Stephanie lore.
Oh, we're getting some lore.
No, just this really awful person I used to know when I was younger. Which, we all are allowed to have a past. Mm-hmm. We are all allowed to make dumb decisions and do dumb things when we're young. We have permission to do stupid things.
That's the time to do it.
Even when now, like at any time in your life, you are allowed to make mistakes. But like definitely when we were younger, when we were much more cringy, we were allowed to make dumb choices. But I had a friend who was super fucking into the Final Fantasy VII?
Yes.
And she made so many D&D characters that were like the silent angel of justice.
Oh no.
And just used characters like, it was from Slayers. She just really liked the name, what was it?
I know Slayers, but I don't know the characters.
It's like the sorcerer from Slayers. I'm blanking on it. She made 5 million different iterations, which was basically the same exact fucking character.
Oh, no.
And she would draw her character with like angel wings and sometimes the one angel wing.
Of course.
Like, oh my god.
Soon as like Final Fantasy came out with that one wing thing, like it blew up. That was everywhere.
Maybe we did know the same person, Rabbit King. Because you're bringing back memories of a person I never want to see again. Same. Chances. Miss Frizzle says, "Take chances, make mistakes, and get messy." Hell yeah, Miss Frizzle. Yeah, this person, she, so back before YouTube, where you could just say, "Hey, I want to see the ending of Final Fantasy," she recorded on her VHS while her playing the ending and made us sit down and watch every single fucking ending of every single fucking Final Fantasy, like of the 3D ones. So it was like,
oh no.
So I guess only 3, but it was felt like fucking forever. What was the one with like the Eyes on Me song? Was that 8?
I want to say it was 8. I never played 8.
Oh, they were all terrible. They were all terrible. I know somebody who we know somebody. Ken and I know somebody who danced to that song at their wedding.
Oh right, you're talking about I thought you were talking about the other person who tried to model their life after Squall. Like this dude, separate person from the one who danced to that song.
We know lots
of
shitty people.
We knew a lot of people who came of age with Final Fantasy VIII. Like he cast me as his Cypher, because Cypher was like the rival who wanted to be just like Squall, but was just a little bit worse at everything. And it's like the funniest thing is that the roles were actually reversed. Like he wanted to be just like me and was just a little shitty at everything. And not to sound too braggadocious, but that's kind of how it went.
Yeah, my god. Oh my god.
God, this Kirby. I love this Sephiroth Kirby.
Chance, do not take me, though I am comfy on my couch. Rabbit King wedding, fuck me. Yes. Yes. In front of all of their friends and family.
With all the awkward, like, pulling around and everything. Yeah.
In that, I think I call it Japan, or the Japanglish, where it's just like this weird, like it's trying
a weird amalgamation of both languages. Yeah.
But it's because they're trying to sing it in English, but it's a Japanese singer, and she's trying her best. No comment to her. But then, it just some of the words don't make any sort of goddamn sense at all whatsoever. Like, your peaceful eyes on me. It's supposed to be romantic, but it's just, it's
crazy.
awkward. And, their marriage, yeah.
It didn't work, but he was kind of a tool.
When there for a time, Ken and I were saying we know a lot of straight up cunts.
Yeah,
that was our mantra.
That was our mantra.
Thank God we don't talk to any of these people, and thank God they probably have never heard of our stream.
I'm sure some of them are just like,
if you know who you are, then shout out to you.
Yeah,
wink, winky face. Yaha! You found me.
Oh, jeez. I mean, some people, I will say, a couple people we knew from that time have become better.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily associate with everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I said, everyone's allowed to have a past, and
Absolutely.
I did lots of really dumb, cringy things when I was a
same.
teen too. And I again, everyone's allowed to have a past. Everyone is you get to do that, and you get to make mistakes at all different stages in our lives. I'm not trying to hold anybody's past against them. But some of these people don't want to change, and they've never refused to change. And some of these people are literally the same exact people they were when they were in high school, but middle-aged and filling out of their clothes that they refuse to replace because they hate change that bad. They don't even want to buy new clothes.
That's a different person that you're talking about, and I know exactly who you're talking about. That one.
Yeah. And it's just like, I try to help a lot of these friends. I'm like, well, why don't we try something else? Why don't we try this? And just the shutdown. And I'm sure there's other things going on. And again, I wish them well. But then some of them were just legit fucking just tools and douchebags.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, okay, well, you have fun with that.
Yep, enjoy your life.
Sephiroth. So we got Rebecca King. My friend was an awful human who worshipped all the shitty edgelords and is in jail now, last I saw.
You can't get more edgy than that, can you?
Oh, no. And it probably... Oh, God, I knew this person who ended up in jail as well.
Ooh.
And,
I know what you're talking about.
also an edgelord. Ended up in jail for also really terrible reasons.
Yeah.
He's tried to reach out to me multiple times, and I've blocked him. I'm like, no, you're dead to me. The crime you did is unforgivable. You're done.
Yeah.
You are dead to me. But first thing that happened to him when he ended up in jail, he got his teeth knocked out.
Yeah, that's usually that kind of crime will get you that.
Yep.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. He thought he was some tough shit, and prison showed him that he, in fact, his bow staff skills do not actually help him.
Oh, can I tell okay, so here's a funny story about an edgelord. We don't know this guy, obviously. This is, what's his name? Andrew Tate? That douchebag that got in the fight with
the ultimate
Greta Thurman.
Yeah,
and
ultimate edgelord king.
I love, that guy just went more bonkers than I think he already was, because I remember seeing stuff about tweets him getting accosted by people and saying, "Oh, do you know what yoga fire is?" And trying to threaten Street Fighter moves because there's the one Street Fighter character that can spit fire.
Kamehameha.
Yeah, it's close enough. But try to threaten that, and how more edgelord can you get, dude? Oh, it's so
this Kirby. That's how.
I really love this Kirby. This is my favorite right now.
I still like the Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We got about 15 minutes left.
Oh my god, we do.
Who's on the list that you would like to do? I think maybe we can get 2 more in. You gotta pick your favorite children.
God, there's some...
What was that laugh?
I know who we need to do.
Okay,
I know who we need to do. We're gonna do number 10.
Okay.
Hawkeye!
Oh no! Oh!
Gotta do a Kirby Hawkeye just for you.
Oh, you're so thoughtful. Scotty, fucking dumb edgelords. Oh. I'm gonna pay attention to chat right now, real quick. Chan says, the way you said winky face, Steph, my brain pictured you as a shoujo antagonist doing the oh ho ho. You mean oh ho ho ho.
Oh no. She put her hand up to her mouth too. Like Steph committed to that bit.
Oh, I did. We don't have a video face cam this time, but I absolutely did. Yeah. We got Rabbit King. I was absolutely perfect, and I never wore UFOs, and listened to new metal.
Oh, new metal! Dang, I hear that's making a comeback.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, Rabbit King's bow staff. I'm dead. Chance for popcorn for story time. Yes, I was wondering if you put a Hawkeye in this.
Oh, hell yeah, I did.
Chance, so glad you committed to the laugh. You are most welcome. You are most welcome. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, I did lots of cringy things when I was a teen. You know, like yeah. Again, everyone's allowed to have a past. Everyone is allowed to make mistakes. You know, people talk about the cringe now, and I mean, like, as if it's a new thing. Like, sure, yeah.
Yeah, no, totally brand new. Totally never did anything cringy that, thankfully, the social media didn't exist when we did it.
I love the things where like, wow, I found some old pictures of Grandpa, and it's like this kid just as a cat boy. Oh, yeah, memories. Oh no, I went to the anime conventions in the early 2000s, like, shout out Bakukan and Sakura-kan, yeah. Did all sorts of fun, stupid things with our friends. And yeah, you know, again, I was too busy, like, watching anime with friends than to do drugs or anything, like, really terrible. We were just, like, dumb, you know? We were just dumb kids, and we had fun. And I'm still a dumb kid. I still like to have fun. We do a fucking stream once a week where we just talk about, like, dumb, nerdy things, and I fucking love it. Fucking Hawkeye. Ugh.
Gotta do the Hawkeye Kirby.
Yeah, I got a chance saying I was an emo kid, non-conforming as can be. I remember in high school, this one teacher who was an absolute asshole. He was like, stand up if you think you are a unique individual. And I got up. And he tried to make some points, and I was like, no, I don't. It wasn't like I was trying to be like, you know, that edgelord or anything. And I'm like, no, I really do. I don't do things like other people do them. I was born with fucking pointed ears. Like, tell me how I'm like everybody else. And he tried to basically tell me, no, you're wrong. You're unique, just like all of your friends. And I'm like, well, yeah, to a certain degree, but I think I'm very different than all my friends. Like, I'm not trying to copy a look. Like, a lot of my friends were copying me. Like, I was the kid
you're a trendsetter is what you
who
are.
wore the pleated skirt over my jeans before everyone else did in the early 2000s. Everyone copied my look. And it's not to, like, again, also stroke my ego or anything, but I will say this, that in my early 20s, I let a lot of people kill that creativity and that confidence in me when I was a younger person. And that would be like my only like regret, you know, looking back on your younger self, is that I wish that I wouldn't have let people diminish me in those ways and use very manipulative language and manipulative actions to really tear me down and keep me from doing the things that I loved. I was called like a basic white bitch for like all these things just because I like pumpkin spice lattes and yoga. Like, fuck you, you know?
Yeah.
I know, like, super original there, but there was a lot of things that I did that was very uniquely me, and I was proud of those things. Like, I tried to do things in my own way, not because I was, like, non-conforming or, like, fucking the popular kids. It's just, I enjoyed having fun, and I wasn't afraid to go and do something that was a little bit different. And here is this fucking, like, fucking asshole teacher trying to, like, diminish these kids and, like, we're oh my god, I just saw
you just saw what I'm doing. Yeah, all the arrows in his mouth. Like, he spits out the arrows instead of using the bow.
This Hawkeye's actually kind of cool. That's funny. That's really funny. Yeah, again, like, I wasn't trying to, like, stroke my own ego, like, I was original, but, like, this teacher was totally trying just to, like, prove a point that he wasn't really fully committed. And nowadays, if teachers did that, they'd probably get fired. And
for sure.
I'm glad that, that's no longer the case. Like, shit, some of the things that these teachers got away with when we were younger, I
had a teacher, like, slam my locker in my face a couple times, like, consistently. It was like, what is wrong with you that you are a teacher and you are doing the bullying? Like, what the hell? Like,
oh, that's awful.
You should have retired decades ago.
Down 10 year. On 10 year.
Yeah.
Well, we've got about 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
Do you want to try to get another one out real quick?
Why not? I really like this Hawkeye Kirby. But yeah.
Jeez.
Let's
Fucking Hawkeye. King of Edgelords. Yeah, I'm pretty much as cool as Thor, a literal god.
Who
with my bow. My bow staff skills.
There's so many good ones on here. Who do we go for? You know what? Thank you for indulging me with Hawkeye. I will give you the one that you really, really want now. We're going to do your little Kodaku.
Kodaku!
We're going to do a Psyduck.
If
you want to know what Kodaku means, watch our very first Pokemon from their Japanese translation. That was January 1st or so of this year.
Yeah, last week we did literal translations from the Japanese names of Pokemon and translate them into English, and Ken would try to guess based off of the Japanese name and that literal translation. I'm so glad we finally got around to doing it again.
Oh, it was so much fun.
One of my favorite, just because, and I'm sorry everybody for my nose pass shit I was saying. Because I looked it up later, and literally the word for like how you would say it in the Japanglish of north would be nozu. It is the same word. That's why they think it sounds the same. North and nose, nozu. It's the same for both, and that's why they say it is. So I'm sorry for giving nose pass a bunch of shit.
So you're gonna say you have to give nose pass a pass?
Oh, sure. I looked it up later because I was like, how the fuck do they think these two? But then again, that's what we were talking about last week, is that there's a lot of things that get lost in translation. And I should have spent a little bit more time on that one. I was just like, what? Fucking north sounds like nose? No, it doesn't. But if it's again, they don't have the TH sound, and a lot of languages don't have the TH sound. It's a difficult sound for a lot of languages for them to make that sound. And so how do you make north, which a lot of Japanese is consonant vowel, or just vowels, or just like a blend, like Ryu, which means dragon. And so it's how do you get that with a very consonant heavy word like north, and then the closest they got to was nozu, and which sounds like the word nozu or nose. Yeah. Oh, it's a little. He's got the hat. That's adorable. Yeah, Chance. Oh yeah, my high school science teacher showed us a cult video that was backed by that Ramtha person. Oh my god, the Ramtha School of Enlightenment. Holy fucking shit.
Okay.
Wow. I'm glad things are different. I'm glad things are different. In some ways, and yes, in some ways, no. Yeah. But I won't go into all of that stuff. But this is an adorable little Kirby.
This is a great one to end on.
Yeah. Well, who was your favorite one we did? Like, and people in the chat for what you watched. Who was your favorite that we did?
I'm gonna say Sephiroth for sure. Like, hands down.
I gotta be with the Alucard.
Yeah, Alucard was your favorite. Those
eyes.
that Bishi face I was going for.
You're just like, you had the vision.
I did. I had that Bishi vision.
The Garf was good. The Garf was like spot on.
I did enjoy the
Garf. The peach emoji was also good.
Thick Kirby was really great.
Alucard is Chance's favorite. Alucard.
Oh, I love it.
Is number one in their heart. Yeah, Alucard. That one, the Punisher one was really funny too. That was really good.
I enjoyed drawing Punisher Kirby.
There are a lot of
boots.
really good ones. Those waffle stompers.
It's so fun. Oh my god.
I gave him a little duck feet.
I gave him little duck feet.
Oh, it's cute. Rabbit King's also got to go with Helsing. Oh, it's good. Yeah.
Helsing was solid. I like it. It's a rough choice for me, but is between Helsing and Sephiroth, and I went Sephiroth.
Chance also liked the Ava unit Kirby. that was funny. Yeah.
Ava unit Kirby.
We still have 5 minutes. You could get one more in if you really
probably
want to.
could. Okay, I know who I'm gonna do.
Okay.
It's Grimace.
This one's for Chance.
This one is for Chance.
Yeah. Okay, this is a good one. Now people might have to change their answer depending on how well you do this. This is why we got a list of 20 because we're like, Kirby's can be really fast.
Yeah, for sure.
The Helsing one. When we end, I would love to see the Helsing one more time.
You got
I would like to see the child.
I would like to see the Helsing.
I'd like to see the Alucard. The Alucardo. It's fucking...
God.
John says, it's his birthday. It's Grimace's birthday?
Oh my god. Will, you share a birthday with Grimace.
Rabbit King Will, are you actually Grimace? No. I've never seen the two of you in the same room at the same time.
Oh no! Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know.
Oh my god, apparently McDonald's is selling a purple shake.
Oh my god. That's kind of amazing.
Yeah, Chance was like, he started taking us in a bunch of pictures of Grimace, or a bunch of posts with Grimace because we talked so much shit about him. Will / Rabbit King. The best part is getting to laugh at 2003 me. Oh shit! Happy birthday, Grimace! The shake is made of Grimace.
Oh god. Just the video that Chance shared with us of like the Grimace burgers. Oh, that was hilarious.
So what does the Grimace shake taste like?
That is
Has anyone had the Grimace shake?
Okay, we learned this not too long ago about Grimace lore. That Grimace is supposed to be a taste bud.
What? No, I don't remember this. What?
Yeah, I can't remember what it was on. I don't remember who shared it. If it was like Weird History of Food or if it was Food Theory or what. But yeah, Grimace is supposed to be a taste bud.
What the fuck is...
Yeah, right? Right?
I mean, I was gonna say what drugs were they on, but then like the early McDonald's land
where like you've got the burger jail that's just like a person.
The totally ripped off that other like 70s show and won their fucking case and then
wasn't like Captain Kangaroo or something like that?
No, it wasn't Captain Kangaroo. Okay. It was something else. Okay. Yeah, I forget what it was called because I was not a child in 70s.
You same.
I was still a glimmer in my mom's eye. We got the chat. It's a shake made of Grimace. Okay, but what does it taste like?
Yeah, what does Grimace taste like?
John said, I saw it today, but I didn't order it. Apparently, Grimace is 52. It's a vanilla berry flavor. But what berry?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want his berries in my fucking shake.
Oh, no, you did it.
I did it.
You went there.
I want to know what it is. Maybe I'll go after this and like go get the Grimace shake.
Get some Grimace shakes.
Yeah. Get some Grimace shakes and some fries.
Oh, that might be a fun little field trip. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see what we're feeling.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's always a surprise to me going through like the McDonald's drive-thru because I like getting my coffee there. I will say their drip coffee, it's fucking good. And you can get it exactly the way you want it. I get a large with 7 cream and 7 sugar because I am that white person. It's okay. I like a lot of cream and sugar in my... And they never seem to make it quite right, depending on the time that you go. Yeah. You have to go there off time. And they're like, actually, we'll stir it. Because sometimes they don't stir it, and then all the stuff just sits at the bottom. And I always make sure I ask for a spoon. I do it enough times that I've gotten my rituals down. But for like fucking $2 for a large coffee, and it's good coffee. It's not bad. It reminds me of a blend of coffee that's a local brewery, roast house. Sorry, words are hard.
I mean, we're in the Pacific Northwest. It could be both, quite frankly.
It probably is. But they put like chocolates in with their coffee beans.
That sounds delightful.
And so it has like a nice mocha smooth, and that's what it is. And it's literally low on acid, which is nice for my delicate tum-tum. And so it's really agreeable coffee. It's smooth. It's agreeable. It's not high in acid, and only fucking $2 for a large coffee. That's why I go there. And I'm always surprised by the number of like older people I see, like boomers, that still go and get McDonald's. And I'm like, you know what? I think at that point in my life, I'm just like, fuck it. I just want some fucking nugs.
Yeah.
I don't care anymore. Just give me my goddamn nugs. At almost 40, I'm just like, god damn it. Maybe I just want a Grimace shake and some nugs. But what if the shake machine is down?
Oh, it always is.
Oh, we have to download the app to see if the milk or the shake.
God, that's right.
Yeah, to see which ones actually can do the Grimace shake.
That's right.
So if I got all the way there and I couldn't get a Grimace shake, I think I'd be fucking pissed.
A riot.
Yeah.
Quite frankly.
Yeah. Chances, the article says blueberry, but apparently made up a new word, and I'm like, give me the word. It seems to be purple strawberry.
That's not the color the strawberries are.
I mean, he's kind of a strawberry shape.
Oh God, this is terrifying.
We're diving into the Grimace lore.
This is gonna haunt me. Is what this is gonna end up doing.
Like if his leggies were like the stems, he's an upside down strawberry.
I mean, I can see that.
Yeah. Or a taste bud, whatever. Drugs.
Yeah, right?
Well, I'm glad we got to Grimace for his birthday that we didn't know about until this very moment. Thank you for all the Grimace lore, and thanks for letting us know about that. And we'll see. We'll see what we're up to if we got to get a Grimace shake and see what purple strawberry really tastes like. Does it taste like snozberries? I don't know.
Who knows? But you know what we do know? Is it Bishi Kirby card or Alucurb?
Alucurb
says, "Have a freaking great day.
Have a fantastic weekend. Thank you all so much for watching.
It's been a blast.
We stream every Saturday. Although next week we are taking off.
Yes, we are.
We're going to
Washington State SummerCon.
We're going to a convention.
Yeah,
I can't remember the last time.
Just as patrons, we're not exhibiting or anything.
Yeah. I can't remember the last time I've been to a convention.
Oh God, I want to say it was like 2013 for me. No, it was after that. Maybe 2014 was the last time I'd gone on.
It's been longer for me.
It's been a while.
It's been a long time. So we're excited. We're going to go see some friends.
Yeah.
We're going to go do SummerCon. So we will not be here streaming. But we'll be back with some cool swag and some fun stories.
I mean, I'm hoping to meet Dante Bosco, quite frankly. He's going to be there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see if we want to wait in his line, quite frankly. I imagine it'll be very popular.
But we'll be off next week,
yes.
But we'll be back the following week. If you ever have ideas for streams, feel free to leave it in the comments or message us in our social medias, which are our main page for Jab and Jabber.
Yep.
Smash that like, hit that bell, all the YouTube things, so that way...
the YouTube dance.
So if you don't get our notifications if we're off a week or not, then you'll get that notification of when we go live. Am I forgetting anything, Genji?
That sounds pretty comprehensive to me.
Try to. Oh my God, this
so
R curve.
It's so good. You know what? Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.